I'm really grateful to be here with two people who can speak to how we got here and what we do now that we're facing all this global tension. Kellen's here today, pushing the buttons, and I think we're ready to get started.
Yeah, well, I think we have two really great points right now with immigration and the failure of our security apparatus. When these laws are being put in place and the Patriot Act is being signed, it's like, oh, look, we've got these terrorists who want to hurt us. You've got, after 9/11. Now it seems like they just don't even care about any of that. The border is wide open. Kevin McCarthy and Ron DeSantis are saying we could have terrorists coming through the southern border, sleeper cells, people who hate us and despise us, and they're completely ignored. What's the purpose of the Patriot Act if we're like, come on in without being checked? Now we're on this day they're saying is the day of global jihad. You've got a bunch of news outlets saying Hamas has called for protests. I'm pretty sure after what they just did in Israel, killing children, this is not a call for protests, right? And Dinesh brings up a good point. Our intelligence agencies are so concerned that there are Trump supporters upset with the state of the government that they're focused on them, and this leaves us vulnerable.
I mean, when you hear Christopher Wray testifying, I kind of look to see, is he joking? Because he's speaking with a straight face. They all do. Merrick Garland, too. He'll talk about, I have relatives who were killed in the Holocaust. I've learned the lessons of the Holocaust. We've got to abide by the rule of law. And so our police state is a little unique in that it marches behind the banner of law and democracy and fighting for truth and suppressing disinformation and misinformation. Normally, police states don't have to give reasons, right? In Stalin, they come to get you on the train, they just smash you on the head and they cart you away. They don't have to tell you why you're being arrested. But our police state is, I'd say it's in the making. It's under construction. So it needs a lot of lies and a lot of masquerade. And that's what we're getting from the Biden administration.
And what's the objective in the end?
Well, on the border, I think that their objective is this. You can't build a police state if you don't have a constituency large enough that's going to help you do that. And the Democrats don't have that yet. The country is too closely divided. So they're like, listen, if we can let in 10, 20, 30 million people, let's just say over the next 10 years, we now have a new America. We have a working majority. We're basically back to FDR in the 1930s and 40s when America was a one-party state, but the Democrats weren't the same gangsters that they are now. So I think that's their motive for the open border. They have to have a reason for it. They're not trying to import jihadis. They just don't care. For the same reason they don't care about child trafficking. They know what's going on. They're not for the cartels, but they know that cartels are needed to grab people in Central and South America and bring them 2,000 miles to the border. So they're working hand in hand with these guys, but I think that is their objective. Their objective is political.